Welcome back to Haunted Origins. When delving into the world's most haunted places, one recurring theme emerges: the tragic loss of human life. Whether it's a single soul lingering in the afterlife, or a mass tragedy claiming hundreds, these locations bear the weight of their history. From eerie abandoned houses to everyday street corners, haunting tales can be found everywhere. In today's video, we'll unravel the chilling saga of a catastrophic event that swept through London's Soho district in the mid-19th century. This event not only reshaped our understanding of disease epidemics, but also left an indelible mark on the modern world. Join us as we recount the harrowing story of the hundreds who perished on the streets of London in the summer of 1854. In the heart of London, amidst the bustle of the 19th century, a mystery unfolded that would baffle even the keenest of minds. It was the summer of 1854, and death lurked in the shadows of the Soho district. People fell ill suddenly, succumbing to a mysterious malady that swept through the neighborhood like a silent specter. The first victim was Thomas and Sarah Lewis's infant daughter. Frances was merely 6 months old when she fell ill on August 28th. It began with bouts of fussiness attributed to stomach cramps, escalating swiftly to violent diarrhea. The severity of her condition hindered her ability to replenish lost fluids, leading to severe dehydration. Tragically, within a span of 5 days, on September 2nd, Frances succumbed to her illness, drawing her last breath in the confines of her family's residence within the back parlor of 40 Broad Street. The illness that killed Frances Lewis was known as cholera, a stomach illness that caused the victim to suffer from diarrhea and vomiting so severe that the victim would lose up to a liter of fluid per hour. Dehydration would set on so quickly and severely that the illness was nicknamed the Blue Death, because the victim's body would become so dehydrated their skin would turn a bluish-gray color. Cholera emerged as a recurring menace in 19th century London, exacerbated by inadequate sanitation infrastructure unable to cope with the rapid urban growth. The growing population outpaced the capacity of sanitation systems, perpetuating the spread of the deadly disease. Numerous aging structures in the city relied on street gutters or basement cesspits for waste disposal, necessitating frequent emptying. The accumulated waste, predominantly dumped into the Thames River, resulted in a notorious problem dubbed the Great Stink, permeating many areas with a foul odor. This environmental degradation contributed significantly to the outbreak of cholera. Contemporary medical understanding attributed cholera's spread to miasma, which is airborne transmission often associated with foul odors. In the densely populated district of Soho, it was believed this transmission facilitated the rapid propagation of the disease. Following Frances's tragic demise, Soho stood on the brink of a catastrophic outbreak. 3 days into September 1854, 127 individuals succumbed to cholera-related symptoms. As the days progressed, this grim tally soared to 500 by September 10th. The alarming pace of the illness sparked widespread panic in the district, prompting many residents to flee in a desperate bid for survival. Homes and buildings throughout Soho stood deserted, abandoned by fearful inhabitants dreading the relentless advance of the disease. This singular cholera outbreak marked the swiftest and deadliest in London's history, capturing the attention of Dr. John Snow, a renowned local physician. Notable for his contributions to the widespread adoption of anesthesia, Dr. Snow harbored skepticism towards the prevailing miasmic theory of cholera transmission. If the spread was strictly miasmic, then why was it isolated to Soho? What was making this area so much different from the streets right next door? In early September, Dr. Snow embarked on a personal mission to investigate the cholera outbreak in Soho. Despite facing staunch opposition to his dissenting view on the cause, he remained resolute in disproving the prevailing miasmic theory. Armed with determination, Snow began by attempting to identify the homes affected by cholera-related deaths, conducting door-to-door interviews with residents. However, he encountered a significant hurdle, as many had already fled the district, rendering his approach ineffective. Recognizing the need for assistance, Snow enlisted the support of a local bishop, Henry Whitehead, who possessed intimate knowledge of Soho's residents. Together, they successfully contacted remaining inhabitants and supplemented their data with public records of deaths in the area. Their combined efforts yielded a dot map, illustrating the locations of cholera fatalities throughout Soho, providing Snow and Whitehead with their first pivotal insight that the outbreak was more than just a consequence of foul odors. The dot map unveiled a striking pattern, a concentration of cholera deaths centered around a specific area of Soho, particularly near the water pump on Broad Street. In the 19th century, amidst inadequate sewage systems and plumbing, residents relied on communal water pumps to access water from underground wells. Snow's mapping demonstrated that all cholera cases fell within the catchment area of the Broad Street pump. Armed with this compelling evidence, Snow convincingly argued to local authorities that the spread of cholera was not due to foul air, but rather contaminated water. This prompted swift action, with authorities removing the pump handle from Broad Street. Almost immediately, cholera cases began to decline. However, Snow recognized the need to investigate further to pinpoint the exact issue with the water supply, especially considering the influence of residents fleeing the area on the decrease of cases. The excavation of the well was ordered and yielded a startling revelation. A decayed and cracked cesspit situated a mere 3 feet from the well's source. The cesspit belonged to none other than 40 Broad Street, the residence where the Lewis family resided and where young Francis fell victim to cholera, marking the outbreak's onset in Soho. Further investigation uncovered a grim reality. Sarah, Francis's mother, had been unknowingly contributing to the spread of cholera by rinsing out the baby's diapers into the cesspit. This contaminated waste then seeped into the well of the Broad Street pump, contaminating the water source. This groundbreaking discovery provided the first concrete evidence that cholera was caused by a bacterium and transmitted through contaminated food and water. It revolutionized the understanding and prevention of disease, marking a significant turning point in public health strategies. The toll of the contaminated pump was devastating, with 616 lives lost by the time the issue was rectified. The Soho district bore the brunt of the tragedy, both from a staggering number of casualties and the exodus of fleeing residents. It would be years before the area could begin to heal, and the recovery efforts would reshape its landscape. Today, Soho is renowned as an entertainment hub, bustling with theaters and businesses rather than residential dwellings. Remarkably, the very home where the Lewis family once resided has been transformed into a pub, aptly named after John Snow, the visionary who forever altered the global perception of disease epidemics. His legacy serves as a reminder of the power of scientific inquiry and the profound impact it can have on society. And so the mystery of Broad Street became a cautionary tale, a testament to the power of determination in the face of adversity and the enduring legacy of those who dare to seek the truth, no matter the cost. Thank you for listening to today's story. If you enjoyed our story today, please subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss out on the next episode. And if you've made it this far, please leave us a comment below of a tragedy or a haunted place that you've heard of, but want to know more about. We might just add it to a future episode.